Tonight, the Western forces unite together and brought out military action against Libya. I'm Ivan Leung. Also tonight, Muammar Gaddafi vows to defend Libya with armed civilians. And 4 Al Jazeera journalists, including a Norwegian and a Briton, are being held in Libya. Hello and welcome to the evening news special on the Libya crisis. Tonight, United States, France and Britain has pounded Libya with airstrikes and missiles in the first phase of the military operation to force leader Muammar Gaddafi to resign. Brayden begins our coverage.
British and American military forces have launched more than 100 cruise missiles targeting Libyan air defence systems. France began military action in the face of initial US reluctance, starting the assault earlier on Saturday in local time with a series of airstrikes. The action came hours after Western and Arab leaders met in Paris to agree on a course of action to confront Mr. Gaddafi. Officials from the US and France say air attacks against Libya will continue over the next few days until Mr. Gaddafi complies with a UN resolution mandating a ceasefire against rebels. The Secretary General of the Libyan Parliament, Mohammed al-Zawi, says civilian targets were among those hit by the missiles, claiming the lives of 48 people. Brayden, DHK News.
Libya says they will exercise its right to self-defense under Article 51 of the United Nations Charter, adding the Mediterranean and North Africa into the battlefield. Richie reports.
A defiant Muammar Gaddafi said he will arm civilians to defend Libya from colonial crusader aggression and has threatened to attack military and civilian targets in the Mediterranean in retaliation for Western air and sea strikes on his country. On the other hand, Libya has now called for an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council. Arabic satellite channels are reporting. The reports on Al Jazeera and Al Arabiya did not give a source or give details about the purpose of such a meeting. Richie, DHK News.
4 journalists working for Al Jazeera, including a Norwegian and a Briton, are being held in Tripoli after being arrested in Libya's west, according to the Qatar-based satellite channel. A statement on Al Jazeera's website says Libyan authorities will be held accountable for the safety, security and well-being of the team. It added that regional parties were combining their efforts in a bid to secure the journalists released, but it did not elaborate. In Oslo, a spokesman for the Foreign Ministry, Ford Anderson, said it has been informed by Al Jazeera about the arrest and it urges the Libyan authorities to immediately release the team. Now, just before we go, here's a quick check of the world news headlines. Japanese ground defense forces have released footages of their soldiers spraying water on the damaged reactors at the Fukushima nuclear plant. The government has admitted it was slow to respond to the nuclear troubles, which add another crisis on top of the natural disasters. A Turkish man has been hailed as a hero after bravely leaping into the cab of a burning oil tanker and drive it away from the petrol station. And Kunz the polar bear, who was a global media sensation as a cub, has died suddenly in the Berlin Zoo with an unexplained reason. And that's the news for you this Sunday. Thanks for your company. Look after yourselves. Good night.